Hello, this is Mr. Strickland, your Math 171 online instructor. I just want to give an introduction to the details that we will have regarding the course. And for what we have in the case of the course syllabus, and for what we have here, okay, so we have with the course information, we have for the syllabus and the general policies. Okay, and so as I'm uploading the syllabus, I'm just going to provide some details here. Okay, and we have with Math 171, the section is I04, and your college syllabus is your roadmap to success. You should always keep your syllabus with your class notes and refer to it often. Please carefully review this syllabus. Your syllabus represents a binding agreement between you and your instructor. The instructor reserves the right to change the syllabus except for the grading scale and attendance policy anytime during the course. You will be notified of all changes in writing. Now for the course information, again, it is pre-calculus algebra, and the course and section we have to be Math 171 I04. And for what we have regarding my information, okay, again, I am John Strickland, the instructor, and my office is located in the Health Building Room F110D, and my office hours will run Tuesdays and Thursdays from 11:30 to 2, and Fridays from 8:15 to 9:15. And my email address is jdstrickland@johnstoncc.edu, and my phone number is area code 919-209-2129. And the best time to contact me outside of office hours or drop-in hours will be Mondays and Wednesdays between 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. Now regarding the course, okay, this course is designed to develop topics which are fundamental to the study of calculus. Emphasis is placed on solving equations and inequalities, as well as solving equation systems, as well as systems of inequalities, as well as analysis of functions in various representations. And among the types of functions will be absolute value, radical, polynomial, rational, exponential, as well as logarithmic. Upon completion of the course, students should be able to select and use appropriate models and techniques for finding solutions to algebra-related problems with and without technology. And for the course format, again, this is going to be a 100% online course section. All work will be submitted online, mainly through Blackboard and Alex. And daily and weekly communication will be sent through Blackboard and your school email. Therefore, you are expected to check your JCC email and Blackboard accounts regularly. You are expected to have ready and regular access to a computer with reliable internet access. You assume the responsibility of securing appropriate technology to complete the course requirements. You will have written work that will be uploaded in Blackboard. If you do not have access to a document scanner, there are apps for the phone and/or tablet that will allow you to convert pictures to PDF format. For example, Office Lens. Assignments will be due on a weekly basis. Now, it says typically new assignments will post on Wednesday mornings and be due the following Tuesday, but those days can change up, and most other days which assignments are due, they could be days other than Tuesday. Okay, and so exceptions will be noted. Since this is an online course, our primary means of communication will be through email, and I will make every effort to respond to emails within 24 to 48 hours. Okay, and I will provide some other sources of contacting, and I will mention that later on. Okay, and so we have regarding what we have in terms of communication, I encourage you to email me whenever you have questions about the material that you are learning. This type of communication may not seem as effective for mathematics as for other disciplines, but often email works well. And if not, we can set up an appointment for a phone call, office visit, or some other meeting option. You're also welcome to come by during my office hours or drop-in hours on campus anytime without an appointment. And you can email me to request a virtual meeting during those times as well. And now we have, next in line, we have for the student learning outcomes. Upon successful completion of this course, the student will be able to do among the following. Okay, and the first we have use analytical, graphical, and numerical representations to solve absolute value, radical, polynomial, rational, exponential, and logarithmic equations with both real and complex solutions. Second, okay, use analytical, graphical, and numerical representations to solve absolute value, polynomial, and rational inequalities with real solution. And we have third, okay, use analytical, graphical, and numerical representations to analyze absolute value, radical, polynomial, rational, exponential, and logarithmic functions with both real and complex zeros. And we have fourth, use multiple methods to solve problems involving systems of equations and apply to decomposing partial fractions. Then we have fifth, construct the composition and inverse of functions. And then we have sixth, use polynomial, exponential, and logarithmic functions to model various real-world situations in order to analyze, draw conclusions, and make predictions. And now for the required textbook and materials. The required textbook is Pre-Calculus by Miller and Gherkin, and this volume will be equipped with ALEX, which is going to be our online learning software. And this course is referred to as a My Materials course, meaning access to the e-text and all digital learning materials was included in payment for this class. Now there is an option where you may also purchase a loose leaf copy from the bookstore or directly from within the ALEX platform. And also required, you have a scientific non-graphing calculator, and common models include the TI-30XS Multiview or the TI-36X Pro. And for those who are calculus bound, okay, it is recommended that you opt for the TI-36X model. Both calculators have fraction and radical capabilities and a useful table feature. Online apps will be used in this course. One of the most frequently used is Desmos, and we have the following link. And Desmos is a free online graphing utility that will be used for graphing applications. The Desmos app is also available for mobile devices. Okay, now for the online exams and all that. Okay, what is going to also be required? Okay, it's going to be the Respondus Lockdown browser, and equipped with this, okay, or associated with this, okay, you should also have a webcam for Respondus monitoring. Okay, and it says you do not need a separate webcam if the device you have comes equipped with a camera. And now for courses that utilize My Materials. My Materials transforms the educational experience for students while also reducing textbook costs. Students may opt out of purchasing the My Materials digital course materials provided in select JCC classes. Students must inform their instructor of their intent to opt out and complete the opt-out form no later than 3 calendar days after the start date of the course. Your instructor will provide you a link to the electronic form. Okay, and it says for more information, see the JCC My Materials information. Now for the course overview. Okay, now Math 171 is a course designed to prepare students for the algebra that is required in calculus. And this course will also be covering various topics, including solving equations and inequalities, solving systems of equations, as well as analysis of functions, again, of various types, as mentioned in the student learning outcomes. And for the course, we have within our curriculum, the materials that will be covered will come from chapters R1, 2, 3, as well as portions from chapter 8 from the Miller and Gherkin volume. For the evaluation methods, grades will be determined based on the following system. We have 30% of the grade will come from the ALEX, 30% will come from class activities, and tests will make up 40% of the course grade. Now for the category descriptions, okay, now for the ALEX objectives, activities in ALEX will include working in the pie, There will be weekly objectives corresponding to most sections. The score for the week will be based on the percentage of weekly objectives completed by the deadline. You will be required to submit your work for each ALEX assignments. Work must be organized, legible, and handwritten. Failure to meet these conditions may result in points being deducted from the corresponding ALEX assignment. Correct answers without thorough supporting work may receive a deduction up to the total number of points awarded for the corresponding objective. For the class activities category, there will be class activities of varying types during the semester, including but not limited to textbook homework and lab activities. Unless otherwise indicated, class activities must be handwritten and show appropriate work to arrive at your answer. Submissions that do not adhere to specifications may be scored as a 0. This category will also include an SLO or Student Learning Objective assignment that will be completed independently. Now for the tests, 4 tests will be given. Each test will be worth 10% of your grade. Now the Respondus Lockdown browser with video monitoring, where the webcam is required, will be recommended, or I should say required, for the tests. You'll be given a practice exam during the first week that will allow you to ensure that Respondus is properly downloaded and working properly on your device. Makeup testing will only be allowed in extreme circumstances. Makeup exams will typically be a written version of the test that is taken on campus. Students should contact the instructor within 24 hours of the missed test to request a makeup. Your grades will be maintained in Blackboard. Your ongoing grade in the course will be in the weighted average column. I will make every effort to upgrade or update the grade book in Blackboard within 1 week of the assignment deadline. While grades will be maintained in Blackboard, official final grades will be posted in WebAdvisor. I will give feedback on assignments uploaded to Blackboard using the feedback options in Blackboard. When reviewing grades in the My Grades section of Blackboard, you may click on any underlined hyperlink grade to see more details about the grade. When I provide feedback for your assignments, you will find those comments in this area. And a 10-point grading scale is going to be used. So anything that is an A will fall between 90 and 100 inclusively. B will be anything in the 80s, between 80 and up to 89.99. C will be anything in the 70s. D in the 60s. Anything falling below a 60 constitutes an F. No assignments that are late will be accepted. Because I understand that unforeseen circumstances may arise, I will drop the following scores from each of these categories at the end of the semester. For the lowest 2 grades in the class activities, now the SLO assignment cannot be dropped, and the lowest grade in ALEX will be dropped. However, no test scores will be dropped. You will upload your completed assignments to Blackboard. It is your responsibility to ensure that your assignment submits correctly. Upon submission, students are provided a preview of their uploaded assignment. If there is a problem with your submission, you may email me pictures of the assignment prior to the deadline. Blank submissions, illegible submissions, corrupt files, etc. will be recorded as a 0. Email is the best way to reach me outside of class. I will make every effort to respond to emails within 24 to 48 hours. And often more quickly than that, with the exception being weekends, falling between noon on Friday and 9 a.m. on Monday. Emails sent over the weekend or on holidays will be responded to by 5 p.m. the next business day. Email me from your JCC student email account. Now for the critical success strategies for Math 171, students should expect to spend around 20 hours per week on homework, ALEX videos, reading the text, assignments, and reviewing as needed to master the material. Also, students should be able to perform lengthy calculations consistent with the order of operations on a scientific calculator. And they should also be able to simplify and rationalize radical expressions and perform lengthy calculations that involve numerical and algebraic fractions. Students should also be able to check campus email and Blackboard for class updates and information. There are free Blackboard training sessions available through JOLT. And we have other online resources, including Khan Academy, and as well as Smart Thinking, and also JCC tutoring. For the online attendance policy, attendance in class is expected of all students in order for them to achieve their potential in class and to develop desirable personal traits necessary to succeed in employment. This course is considered 100% online. In order for students to be considered attending this course, they must engage in this course as much as or more than they would in a traditional classroom. To be engaged, students must actively participate weekly in all components of the course. Please read the following information carefully to understand the attendance requirements. All students must enter class prior to the 10% or census date, which is the date set by the state for reporting purposes. The census date for this class is January the 19th. Each student will be officially entered into the class with the completion of the online enrollment verification quiz. Online courses have weekly attendance requirements. In order to satisfy these requirements, students must demonstrate active weekly online attendance by submitting at least one academic assignment. For this course, if a student misses more than 12.5% or 2 weeks in the course, the student will be dropped. The student can be dropped at any time during the semester, including that time period before the date designated each semester, as the last day a student can drop without grade penalty. This rule includes absences from class for any reason, including sickness, jury duty, or court, as well as work demands, as well as funerals. If a student is dropped by an instructor due to excessive absences, a grade of WF will be issued. A WF is a grade penalty and could affect his or her financial aid. The student must ask for reinstatement permission from the instructor to re-enter class. If this request is denied, the student may petition the Associate Vice President for reinstatement. If the Associate Vice President denies the request, the Vice President of Instruction will make the final ruling on the decision. Students who choose to participate in college-related activities such as SGA or athletics must adhere to the attendance policy. Students are responsible for informing their instructors in advance of absences and are expected to make arrangements for making up work that is missed. In such cases, upon approval of the instructor, class time missed will not be counted as absences, provided the students are otherwise in good academic standing. For CCP students, as stated in the articulation agreement, student absences due to state-mandated testing will be documented. However, they will not be applied toward the total number of absences allowed before a student is dropped from a class. The Jaguar Office of Learning Technologies, or JOLT, is available to assist you with technical difficulties or training on distance education technology. You are encouraged to seek their assistance and training resources for online and hybrid courses. The main email is distancelearning@mail.johnsonCC.edu, and the phone number is 919-464-2260. Now, for the religious or solemn observance policy, JCC authorizes 2 excused absences from class each academic year for religious or solemn observances. For the purposes of this policy, an academic year begins on the first day of fall classes in August and ends on the last day of summer classes in July each year. Students requesting absence from class for religious or solemn observance must complete the religious or solemn observance absence request form and obtain instructor approval at least 2 weeks prior to the date of the absence. Students who miss class for religious or solemn observance will be granted the opportunity to make up work that is missed due to the absence. For general campus-wide policies and resources and the student acknowledgement form, those are available in Blackboard. Now, regarding student concerns, Most classroom issues can be solved with respectful and prompt communication. For a student concerned, please follow the steps outlined by the University Studies and Educational Technologies Department. Students not following the steps will be redirected. The first step for resolving the situation is generally for the student to communicate concerns or complaints with the instructor outside of class time. As a follow-up step, the student can contact the department chair for that course. If the matter remains unresolved, the student will contact the Associate Vice President of University Studies and Educational Technologies, prepared to explain the area of disagreement with the decision of the instructor and department chair. And for the contact information, again, I am the instructor, and my office, again, is located in Health F110D, and my email address is jdstrickland@johnstoncc.edu, and my phone number is 919-209-2129. And the department chair is Mr. Aaron Brickman. His office is located in the STEAM building, room B127A, and his email address is arbrickman@johnstoncc.edu, and his number is 919-209-2145. And for the Associate Vice President of University Studies and Educational Technologies, it is Ms. Dawn Dixon, and her office is located in Smith G106, and her email address is dsdixon@johnstoncc.edu, and her number is 919-464-2373. Okay, now in terms of navigating through the course, and again, we have announcements. Okay, so I have like introductory announcements. And for the course information, I do want to mention this. So going back to the course information, and just regarding my availability, again, there is my picture, and also included are my email address as well as my work number and office location. And if you need to get in touch with me, Zoom is one mode of communication. Again, my office hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays between 11:30 and 2, and Fridays between 8:15 and 9:15, and drop-in hours are in person. However, I can also do virtual sessions, and I can do this through Zoom, and my Zoom ID is in Blackboard through the course information, and that number is 594-958-9204, and the Zoom passcode is 1040. And also, regarding what we have for Alex, this is on the left hand side of the Blackboard page, and if you click on Alex, you'll have a link, McGraw-Hill campus. Now it might look a little bit different from the student view, and I'm just providing the instructor view. Then we have the image of the textbook, which is going to be Pre-Calculus by Miller and Gherkin, and you have the basketball and goal image, and you can go through Alex. We're not using Connect Math, so if you click on Alex, it's going to take you at least to Alex and getting things set up. And I have the course already established, and just what I'm going to do here is go into the student view. And for the initial rounds, if you have not already logged into Alex, you'll be taken to items like going through the tutorial, and you'll be looking at stuff like graphing and all that. And you'll be going through rounds like going through tutorial and an initial knowledge check. And I have separate videos for that, but I just wanted to go back. So if we have going to the home page, and again, you'll have to go through the tutorials and the initial knowledge check. And the initial knowledge check will consist of about 30 questions or so, and these are not for a grade. Now for the access to the homework, we have, in the case of the main menu, so if you click on the three bars and click on assignments, you're going to have various items here. You have like your initial knowledge check, factoring, and all that. and I will provide further information on this, but I at least wanted to give you an introduction for what we have, and I will keep you posted and updated. And again, if anybody has questions, I will be available on campus as well as off campus, and have a great semester.